It's an eatery that's been part of Sioux City's culinary history for more than 65 years. And when you think of a loose meat sandwich, a Tastee may come to mind. The 50s were a decade marked by the post-World War II boom and the dawn of the Cold War. Both came and went, but Tastee Inn Out stayed, as did the legacy of Jean Calligan, the woman who ran it most of her life. Last month, she passed away due to complications from COVID and pulmonary sarcoidosis. KTIV's Michaela Feldman takes a look back at the restaurant's history and the woman who helped build its legacy.
Jean was an amazingly strong, smart woman.
An icon of Siouxland. It's the words many people would use about the Tastee Inn Out, as well as Jean Calligan, the woman who ran the restaurant for most of her life. She was just a young girl when her parents, Vincent and Marie Calligan, started the business in 1955.
They were entrepreneurs, and Vince actually started a tavern, a bar, and then they were looking for something a little different and started the Tastee.
The couple spent most of their days making sure the location on Gordon Drive thrived. So to make sure Jean saw her parents, she got a job there herself.
And Jean's first gig was standing on orange crates at the age of 7 running the cash register. She actually ran the Tastee longer than her parents did.
The restaurant soon became what she knew, teaching her skills she would use to one day run the Tastee Inn Out herself. After her father died in 1972, she operated it with her mother until Marie passed away in 2009, and by herself until she passed away early last month. But Jean wasn't just known for her life's work at the Tastee Inn Out.
As a child, she was actually a very well-known figure skater and competed in many competitions regionally and nationally.
Jean was also well known throughout the Siouxland community.
Had a career at Mid-American Energy for a long time as well, and her husband, Dr. Ivan Sammons, is a prominent dentist in town as well.
Over the years, some things have changed, but most have not. The neon sign still shines bright along Gordon Drive.
And I think that this is the largest neon sign in town.
But the main thing that keeps bringing people back, and the reason Siouxlanders tell every newbie in town to head on over, the food. For more than 65 years, Siouxlanders have been enjoying the iconic food of the Tastee Inn Out, including a Tastee and, of course, these onion chips.
And there's something about the recipes that were created by Marie Calligan. The recipes have maintained consistent since 1955, and I think that's what makes it special.
Those recipes, and of course, Jean.
Her death is very sad for us and the family, and she would want the legacy of the Tastee to continue. And so Joey, her daughter, and I are committed to ensuring that the legacy stays strong for years to come.
It's that legacy and those memories that keep her family moving forward.
The Tastee Inn Out is not just a legacy for the family, but for Sioux City and for generations of people that remember the Tastee, have brought their children and grandchildren to enjoy the quality food that's served here is something very special.
So what's the next few years or decades look like for the iconic fast food restaurant without Jean?
We hope that it's just like it was in 1955, serving the same high quality food with the same recipes, with an amazing staff for everybody, whether you live here or are driving through town.
So if you're a fan of Tastee Inn Out, no worries?
No worries at all.
Reporting in Sioux City with photographer Brett Funk, Michaela Feldman, KTIV News 4.
One thing that has changed over the years, the price, of course. Back in the 50s, Tastees cost 15 cents a piece. French fries, 15 cents. Drinks were 10 cents and shakes cost 25 cents. The food itself has inspired not just people, but writing as well. Jean's daughter even went so far as to write a play about the Tastee called Onion Girl. It actually won some national awards and was written about in a book called Hamburger and Fries about 15 years ago.